What I believe is if we are to build a Singapore CPA branding or CPA Singapore branding, what is important to us is the very qualification that we offer as an institute is a qualification that is portable. Now, what do I mean by portable? Portable means that qualification not only you can use it in Singapore, but is equally recognized outside of Singapore, be it in Asia Pacific and beyond, in America, in Europe. Now, that is where we are heading, and that to us is very important, because if you can develop a qualification that will be of that status, we will be able to attract even more students, not only from the local arena, but also from overseas, because especially in the neighboring countries, instead of doing, for example, a chartered accountancy qualification in the UK or in Australia, why not do it here? Because that is just as good and it's nearer to home. Now, once you get that qualification is good enough for you to either practice at home, in the country where you come from, or in Europe, in America. So that is the direction that we are heading. That to me is fundamental. To me is certainly one of the top priorities if we are to bring up CPA Singapore to the next level. And we are already working on it, and there will be further announcement in due time when we have gotten into the final phase of that.
In recent years, ICPAS has a joint examination ACPA. For Singaporean students, we all don't have much alternative. A lot of people make a beeline for either the UK or Australia to study accountancy. I think with the majority of Singapore, it's important that we as ICPAS can become a magnet where people in the region make a beeline for Singapore to study accountancy. Instead of, in the past, where Singaporean success have to head overseas just to pursue accountancy, what we really want is for everyone in the Asia Pacific region to say, hey, Singapore is a destination. I think many of you may not recall, I'm looking at your faces, your age group. Sri Lanka, there was Ceylon. In the old days, I was a kid. If you want to study medicine, you go to Ceylon to study medicine. If you want to study English and all that, you go to the University of Melbourne, which had the highest standard of English in the whole of Asia. As we all change and evolve with Singapore coming to majority, we must certainly be the hub. And ICPAS has an important role to play, and it's really my dream to see every year welcoming students from all over the region to Singapore to study accountancy, and our brand will be exported all over the region.
We have to go much further, that if there is in the chartered status, then you can go even further. It's much more portable. That is where we are heading. Today, we are not bad, but tomorrow, we believe, will be much more better, much more stronger.
I thought this is a very important point, because we want to be a hub for accountancy services and profession. This is the way to go. See, from my own experience when I took up accountancy, one of the factors that actually almost discouraged me was that I can only practice in Singapore when I become an accountant. But luckily, I didn't have the intention to just practice as an accountant my whole life. So I wanted just the job and job security and the knowledge to bring me elsewhere, because I wanted to work overseas. But when I went overseas, and I lived in about 3 countries and also 2 business there, I was wondering at the point in time, what if I quit my job and I left my business on my business failed? What can I do? I have to fall back on my education, which is the accounting degree. But I realized that the countries I was in, I couldn't practice there. You can't sign any papers there, or I don't know whether people actually recognize your accountancy degree. This is a very important point, because it will encourage more accountants to join the profession. It also expand the opportunities and horizon for the current accountancy practice, and also some of those that are not practicing today. And if Singapore wants to become services and accountancy profession hub, then I think we have to expand out all this network, and especially to Asia countries, overseas. I see some of my friends who are partners of accounting firms today, they are practicing overseas and they are not coming back actually. But because the opportunities are huge out there. But end of the day, Singapore can be the stepping board for this profession and stepping board for the services.